Greetings, superior beings, greetings, supreme being. Welcome to Universal Peace Television. So I fell asleep during the previous broadcast and they're taking my eyes. My eyes are tearing, and of course they're murdering me with remotely controlled centipedes, probably Skull and Bones Skull and Bones Bush, former President Bush. The torture started under former President Bush when I attempted to press charges of incitement to commit genocide against these people. And some people think it's obvious they've planned this world war for Iran. And I've covered this, I've read it out. Articles that make this clear. The BBC article. So Iran is not allowing inspection, and it's a violation of the nuclear agreement, and it concerns the additional protocol to IAEA Safeguards Agreement, which allows inspections in the Iranian nuclear facilities. They've agreed to that, and if they don't allow the inspections, then they're in violation of that agreement, and then they can be bombed. And then if they have no agreement with Russia, then Russia will retaliate, of course. And the nukes will go off, and that retaliation to that will be automatic. So, and automatically all innocent civilians are nuked, and not the people that started the nuclear world war that have these plans for that global government, the Jesuits. But okay. Apparently there's a reason they are not getting rid of these weapons of self-destruction. And I guess you all could have known. So usually I expose them. But if none of the civilians have pressed charges of incitement to commit genocide, they are accomplices to their own extermination. That's because their brain controls. So then ultimately the people that brain control them are responsible, you all are not. That's another technique of the perpetrators, pretending that the taxpayers have paid tax money, so they are responsible for all this shit. It's a satanic inversion. So I don't feel like the boring speech engine, or perhaps a small little piece of text. My latest writings.
Whole committee of 300 members and Freemasons should be arrested for plotting the depopulation of planet Earth in violation of the Democide Convention. Murdering one person is illegal, let alone exterminating 7 billion people. They are insane, ultra-sadistic supercriminals, so watch out. Racist. Almost right. It's resist. That's interesting. Apparently an Israeli newspaper ran the story. Is the lead singer of U2 Jewish? Mariv Bono of U2 fame is a bona fide member of the tribe for the Hebrew impaired, according to the Mariv article, recounting from the Shabbat website. Kal Shabbat, the rock star encountered an emissary of Shabbat Lubavitch on a Manhattan street who obviously had no clue who he was. According to the account, they made small talk, and Bono, born in Ireland as Paul David Hewson, explained that he was half Jewish since his mother is Jewish. According to Jewish tradition, having a Jewish mother makes a person a full-fledged Jew according to the Halakha, Jewish law. The emissary then gave Bono a picture of the Grand Rabbi of Lubavitch, helped him don a yarmulke and tefillin, prayer phylacteries, and proceeded to help the celebrity recite the Shema Yisrael prayer before the large crowd that gathered to observe. Bono requested if he may keep the yarmulke as he has an upcoming performance in Israel. According to all available accounts, Bono's Irish mother and father were Protestant and Roman Catholic respectively. There are also no available photographs of the supposed incident. http://www.nrg.co.il/online/art1/637/934.html http://www.israelforum.com/blog_article.php.
So they have released a game, Skull and Bones, which may be to cover up something else that Skull and Bones is doing, perhaps their Third World War, and desktop audio is having a problem. I don't know what's causing that. There was something, oh yeah, I remember. It's this thing, the digital audio workstation. It should be gone. So sorry about that. And they do that with wireless energy. And the centipedes behind my eyes that I've seen in the mirror and in my throat are remotely controlled. They've shown me that. So it's by Skull and Bones, and they're gonna depopulate you all and create that global government, and they pretend they're doing the opposite, it's satanic inversion. They are satanic pedophiles. Though Iggy Pop's Drink New Blood song may not have anything to do with that. Anyway, let's continue.
AD equals 981747. YouTube video. It is possible lol doctors worldwide are murderers depopulating Earth extorted with the weapons. Misdiagnosis and prescription drugs leading killers in the US. A code orange to get out. Orange cell not checking if voice to skull tech is used on people that claim to hear voices, labeling them insane. Psychotic electroconvulsive therapy, electroshock, ECT, which always increases the patient's suicide risk and always causes brain damage, is still applied by many hospitals worldwide. MRI scans of brains of electroshock victims, despite the fact that electroshock should never be used again. List of serial killing doctors. List of pandemics caused by vaccinations deliberately misdiagnosing me as delusional parasitosis patient despite showing centipedes I caught, which makes clear it cannot be a hallucination and the misdiagnosis is a murder attempt. Not analyzing the yellow sticky poison in my feces, poop, and comparing the ingredients found in the analysis to the ingredients of the Lithobius forficatus venom, which would prove I am right, and several doctors, not just Dr. Cater of the AMC, are lying about the fact that there are centipedes in my body to murder me. Kerry, I never heard any time, anywhere inspections promise in 4 years. CBS News, July 19, 2015. In an interview with CBS Face the Nation that aired Sunday, Kerry argued that having anytime, anywhere access to all of Iran's nuclear sites was not on the table, and a term I never heard in the 4 years that we were negotiating, even though, as host John Dickerson pointed out, Deputy National Security Advisor Ben Rhodes said in April that the international community would have anywhere, anytime, 24/7 access. Iran nuclear deal. Key details. BBC.com, January 16, 2016. Iran has also agreed to implement the additional protocol to their IAEA Safeguards Agreement, which should allow inspectors to access any site anywhere in the country they deem suspicious. Sunday, August 6, 2017. U.S. demand for military inspections rejected. FinancialTribune.com. A senior advisor to the leader of Islamic Revolution flatly rejected a U.S. demand for inspections of Iran's military sites, saying foreign access to these facilities would constitute a breach of the Islamic Republic's national security. Tehran can propose alternatives to on-site inspections, or reject the request, which would trigger a 24-day process for the Joint Commission countries to override the rejection. That could drag on for months. Iran not allowing inspection violation. Nuclear agreement. Based on what the BBC writes about allowing inspections, additional protocol to IAEA Safeguards Agreement, and on what the Financial Tribune and other sources write about Iran, quote, never tolerating U.S. inspections at military sites, unquote. It is clear Iran is in violation of the additional protocol to the IAEA Safeguards Agreement by not allowing inspections of its military site. Based on the BBC article, Iran is in violation of the nuclear agreement by not allowing inspections of their military site if Iran does not allow inspectors to, quote, access any site anywhere in the country they deem suspicious, unquote. If the sources and information provided by these mainstream media outlets is reliable and accurate is another matter. IRGC Commander, Iran will never allow inspections of military. TheTower.org 14/8/2017. Soros protesters caught LARPing in Charlottesville. The Alex Jones Channel. Iran not allowing inspection violation nuclear agreement. Based on what the BBC writes about allowing inspections, additional protocol to IAEA Safeguards Agreement, and on what the financial.
So in my room they're messing with the audio. They're basically taking out words with wireless energy. I don't know if it's the same for you all. Perhaps I should restart the PC. My CPU is higher at a higher usage amount or whatever. I close this one temporarily then. Let's see if it can read it out without problems. So the computer has been broadcasting all night. Perhaps that leads to some type of attack. At least it led to a problem with the Podium 3 digital audio workstation, and now we'll see if turning off virtual DJ will solve the problem. Okay.
Iran not allowing inspection violation nuclear agreement. Based on what the BBC writes about allowing inspections, additional protocol to IAEA Safeguards Agreement, and on what the Financial Tribune and other sources write about Iran, quote, never tolerating U.S. inspections at military sites, unquote. It is clear Iran is in violation of the additional protocol to the IAEA Safeguards Agreement by not allowing inspections of its military site. Based on the BBC article, Iran is in violation of the nuclear agreement by not allowing inspections of their military site if Iran does not allow inspectors to, quote, access any site anywhere in the country they deem suspicious, unquote. If the sources and information provided by these mainstream media outlets is reliable and accurate is another matter. IRGC Commander, Iran will never allow inspections of military. TheTower.org 14/8/2017. Soros protesters caught LARPing in Charlottesville. The Alex Jones Channel bombshell connection between Charlottesville, Soros, CIA. The Alex Jones Channel 1808-2017. Bad video, nothing about the connection. Super puppet Putin, Zionist Jesuit Freemason. Delete the elite 8 months ago. 14,429 views. Putin calls U.S. parasite on global economy. YouTube Putin, saying it's Russia's fault is like blaming everything on Jews. YouTube German Jesuit report shows 205 allegations of sexual abuse. YouTube, 1608-2017. DailyStormer.com has been removed. DailyStormer.com. No site configured at this address. England here. I've retaken control of the site. The Daily Stormer never dies. August 14, 2017. 289.
Well, basically I think they should blame the people who did it, point the finger at the people who did it. And because they have directed energy weapons, they are usually pointing their finger at the people that expose them and pretend they are the pedo, homo, negro cannibals instead of the Jesuits depopulating you all. They're against the chemtrails and control of the intelligence agencies. So I think that blaming the Jews is correct if they are the ones doing that. Blaming the Jesuits may be a better idea if they are the ones that are really going to exterminate you all in a third world war over Iran and pretend that it's their attempt to prevent that world war, basically, that leads to that. We'll see how they handle that. If they just use some sanctions. There are more dropped frames, so I'm gonna restart my PC. I've covered how to prevent this world war in my previous broadcast. It's very simple. So the Iranians should allow the inspections. Donald Trump should have an agreement with the Russians before bombing these facilities, or just go for the further sanctions instead of a world war. And some other tips about preventing world war and creating universal peace. So I'm gonna restart, wash my face, and do some other things. I just woke up and yeah, they're still torturing me to death, so I think that they are going to do something to depopulate Earth to 500 million and create, or rather impose, their totalitarian global government upon the people of planet Earth. So I'm trying to prevent that and expose it so that they cannot do it anymore, for universal peace. Over and out.